Hi there, I haven't been baking for a few weeks because I also surf, and this is the best time of year to be surfing. I'm about to go hit this spot. I've returned to Bassendean, and it's an important time. When I was first given access to the commercial kitchen by the town of Bassendean, I agreed to find some kind of way to reactivate the community, to give some recommendations on the kitchen. And I struggled with this for a very long time, and I'm finally coming up with my recommendation. And it's not to do with the kitchen itself, it's to do with the overall environment. I've come to this spot on Old Perth Road because it's really emblematic of some of the problems we have in Bassendean. We have these faces to the street that are blocked off. And the same thing is happening with the commercial kitchen. It's way down that alley over there somewhere, and it's not part of the street. To make that kitchen part of the street, we need to change how the street is working. We need to change how that building appears to the public. That's a beautiful building, and it's just being misused. And part of that is the design. I ran a design festival for a number of years, a national design festival, and I also do branding for organisations. There are two things that I can see immediately with this building. One is this bullnose veranda doesn't match the age of this building. This building is a fantastic modern building, and yet it's been given some kind of bullnose veranda as if to place it in the 1910s or 1920s. I want you to imagine what that building looks like if that veranda disappeared and the walls were changed, probably made into a white. Suddenly, that's a modern building that could be inviting. Also, if you were here for the festival, the street festival a couple of months ago in the middle of summer, it was fantastic. There was a stage where I'm standing right now, and down here was a kind of a restaurant. I guess it was a bar. I don't drink, but it was a bar, and it was a great spot. Basically, that car park was blocked off. And I want you to imagine, again, that car park is removed, and we have free-flowing access to the building. Suddenly, the environment is changed, and that changes how the kitchen is appreciated by the community. The bullnose veranda needs to go, and the branding needs to change. It looks like it's straight out of the 1980s. I want you to reimagine this building. You can see that there are awnings over these windows, and the windows are massive. These windows lead to meeting rooms that are used by the community and paid for by the community. We've got that hard surface blocking off access to the street, but there's a solution here, just waiting to be uncovered. I want you to imagine that instead of these large windows, we have doors. So a simple change where we put some large doors to replace those windows and turn one of the two meeting rooms that are available here into the headquarters of Bassendean Arts. Bassendean Arts is a not-for-profit community group in Bassendean, and I'm part of that group, and we've helped to make the kitchen a reality. To me, the next stage in the kitchen is not the kitchen itself, but arts in Bassendean. Bassendean has the second highest number of artists of any council jurisdiction in Western Australia. Let's look at how we convert this dead space into an arts hub of this community. We have these awnings, which will be perfect for signage, and these windows can be replaced quite easily with doors. They're a standard width, and there's great access and clearance for the street. Let's look at how simple those changes are. The first one is a removal. To remove that bullnose veranda and the signage that's on top. That is very cheap to do and very easy to do, and also will be incredibly effective in and of itself. If you wanted to go further than that, then of course you could paint the exterior of that building white, giving it a truly modern feel. And the other thing you could do is look at blocking off this car park before removing it. Fake grass, I don't know, maybe painting the surface of this car park would be enough if it was blocked off. There's some really small changes that could be used to see if what I'm suggesting makes an impact. I'm also recommending that the wall around the side of the building is painted, and that to me has to match the age of the building. It's a modernist building, so to just slap a mural on it I don't think makes sense. It needs to work for the building. The other aspect is that side of the building is largely in shade, and so you need a lighter colour. Here's that example. The building looks dead. To liven it up, give that a coat of white. It would look sensational. A huge black arrow pointing around the corner to the community kitchen I think would really work here, but I'm a bit biased. Because art is so important to the people of Bassendean, what do you think? Do you think this building should be the home of Bassendean arts? Or do you think that we should remove these windows and replace them with doors and have this be the home of Bassendean arts?